Really? I have to say, that's got to be the greatest story I've ever heard. But we have a new guest today, so Teddy's going to get bumped. I'd like to welcome Taylor Jackson, everybody. Give him a big round of applause. Just get out of here. There we go. All right. Perfect. Taylor, how's it going?
Thanks for having me.
We're doing no lav today. We're just going to use the MD441 on Taylor. Don't think about the microphone, though. It's not a podcast.
Live my life.
You know what I mean? You don't have to be.
It's so new.
It'll work no matter where you are. And we got Tim over here. He's working. I don't know. Are you pointing that at Taylor's face? He's working the Zoom. Give me a little crash zoom there, would you? Yeah. But thanks for helping, Tim. Do you have? Should I put some kind of social or something on the screen? What do you do? What's your best thing that you want people to go to?
Instagram @TimothyMusa. I'll send you the information.
Perfect.
The 35-150 is like the greatest lens that's ever happened to weddings. It's like the lens that I've wished that I've had forever.
Yeah.
So I'll use like a 35 and 85 in that, and like that's it.
That's what Tim's rocking right now. 35-150 on the Tamron.
It's beautiful.
I'm using it as just a fun crash zoom kind of lens. But what the utility of is that you can get a decent shot like this one. I don't know I haven't seen Tim's shot. Is it decent? I was like, yeah, it's not bad. I was like,
zoom.
I was like, you can get a decent shot like this one. For all I know, he's just like, it's just your ear in the frame or whatever. But then also if it was like, Tim, look at my watch. You know, like that's not bad for details, you know?
That's nice.
I don't shoot anything that small usually. Normally it's like a camera. So like you can like if this was a camera, you can frame that up like that's a nice frame for a camera, you know? So all right, Tim, calm down. So did you bring me something, Taylor?
I brought you a thing.
Nice bag, by the way.
Thank you.
Let me see this bag first.
Bag review?
Yeah, bag review. Is this new or old for you?
That is a new boy. So I had that on a bag for a long, long time.
You framed up on this, Tim? See, this is what I'm talking about. Let's check Tim's shot. Now see?
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. Look at that.
The Bowery by Ona.
I don't know what either one of those words means.
It's fine. Ona make bags. They're, I think, based in Chicago.
Camera insert? It's a camera bag?
Yeah.
You just use this as kind of like your everyday bro?
Now that mirrorless cameras have come down in size, everything fits. So this is a Leica M4-2 made in Canada. The lens is also made in Canada, a place called Midland, which is like maybe an hour and a half. It's like on the way to Muskoka. So after World War II, they brought a bunch of their manufacturing to Canada, of all places, to sell to the North American market. And this camera specifically is credited potentially with saving the company of Leica.
Really?
Because they were basically just in a challenging spot. They couldn't really sell anything. And then they came out with this camera that was at the right price point and potentially saved the company.
It's hard to describe, but like, you know, even this could be like a canteen. You know what I mean? It's got that kind of very sort of, I don't know a lot about metal work, so apologies to the metal worker audience, but like the way it's like stamped or rolled or whatever the words are, it has a very kind of military feel to it. You didn't put a digital back on this one?
No. It's also full mechanical, so you don't need batteries or anything. I thought it was interesting that we don't really manufacture any cameras like Nikon, Canon, Sony. Everyone has like an office in Canada, but no one's actually really producing anything. So I thought it was cool.
He means we as in Canadians,
yes,
though, not
Canadians.
Taylor and I.
Yes,
we don't
we actually, yes.
We've been talking about it, but we haven't started our new camera company yet.
Our new optics division.
The reticle on this is kind of interesting. Like in the viewfinder?
Yeah.
It's interchangeable lens?
Yeah.
You know what my brain just did? I was like, I'll show you, but I don't want to get your sensor covered in dust. Yeah. I honestly had like that moment where I was like, I don't want to mess up the sensor for you. It's like, what's there to mess up?
No, leaf shutter.
Get an action shot here. Check this out. See that?
So fast.
So fast. And then we can advance the film, right? Now, does this have the multi-interface shoe that we can put the XLR module in it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, the grip actually for the handle for Sony.
Yeah, the FX3. Right?
Yeah, 2 XLRs. It's nice.
So there's a little arrow between 30 and 60. I was about to make a joke about setting it to 150th, right? For 24p. And then I was like, wait, there's a little arrow. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this. We have to get perfect focus, then I'll have to punch in and post. But make sure there's no glare. Between 30 and 60, there's a little orange, like broken arrow.
Just for you.
What's that all about?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's somebody's probably yelling at the screen right now. But I'm going to say it's for flash. That's kind of your go-to for flash.
150th? There's also no resistance between any of the stops, between like 125 and 160, 130th and 115th. But there is, on that little arrow, there's like a half stop or whatever. You can go. But if I were to base it on the arrow, it looks like, yeah, it's like 2/3 of a stop more than the 30th. And it kind of engages a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting. Cool. I give it 4 out of 5.
Also, the lens cap that comes for this.
This is just
It's a little. Yeah. It's the old timey.
Oh, that's fun. It's also like
a little velvet.
Is it like aluminum or something? What is this?
I'm not sure what
tin?
it is.
It feels like this shot right here is giving me Antiques Roadshow vibes. Look at this. Is that what this show has become? It's like, well, this is so this is a very interesting piece. This piece here, and this comes from. Have you studied Indochina? So turn of the century, there was a priest called. I don't know what.
Is it a monocle?
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful monocle. We have the old DJI. I just carry this with me everywhere, right?
Just let me see your whole bag, Taylor. Okay. Why do you call them old? I thought these were still relatively new. No, this the mics.
Yeah,
the
that's their newest one. But then Rode just put out their new ones with beautiful 32-bit float. So this might be a short-lived.
Okay, let's root through your stuff here. iPhone. What's this? Cords for that?
Yeah.
Does it come with lavs?
No, it doesn't.
What do you got here?
That's from the Tascam DR10L, which I think is the best lav mic ever made.
Really?
Have you used those ones?
That's not the new one. That's the one that's been out for a while, right? Because they just make a 32? No.
Yeah, they just said they're a new one. But the lav that came with it is like, I don't know what they've done, but it's
yeah. I feel
great.
like Tascam had of like the three probably had the better lav, but I never found them to be markedly different. But I don't know. I'm always the type of person where I feel like there's all the lavs and then there's like DPAs or something like that. And when we're comparing the difference between, because there's people that were complaining about the Track E lav versus the Sennheiser, whatever, the ME2, and it's like you're splitting hairs on mediocre lavs across the board. But so king of the mediocrity, maybe? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mostly just for hostile noise environments that it seems to do a very good job of canceling out. Studio like this, everything's going to be fine, but when you're out on the street, it does a good job.
I thought it said Hell's Angels on the side there for a second. Palm Angels? What's the story with these? Is that a known brand?
They're sunglasses.
Throw those on. Not bad.
They're like ND filters, but for your eyes.
Car keys? Does a key come out of this, or is it just like push button?
There might be a sneaky key in there.
It's not one of those like switchblade Volkswagen.
No, it's not that aggressive. It's just hidden down there. So there is one, but
I'll give that a 1 out of 5. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Why isn't it on these keys?
Because I drive like once a month.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is my one driving day a month.
What's this?
That's for the sunglasses. 1 out of 5.
Wallet. What's this for?
Some nice moisturizer.
Hand?
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Where do you tend to rub it? I think that there's... Oh, what's going on here? They have mated. I got nothing else to talk about. What do we think of this shot anyway? I'm still trying to figure it out. The fire is a lot. This is actually the second bear.
Oh no.
In this short time already. There's going to be more about whatever it's about. But today it's half about how it works.
How to win at slot machines every time, and I'm going to lose all my money immediately.
Clickbait. What is this? What have I become? I feel like I'm making interesting content in the photography space. Yeah.